This is VanCam you waited for.
Yeah, I did ask for Animal Farm, Steve, but not that version. It's a kid's party, man. Kids have never seen horses doing that type of shit. Complete knobhead, you. When the rainy days are dying, gotta keep on flying. All the bees and birds are flying. Ah, woohoo! Yeah, man. Kev Ashford hitting them 5 notes. Yes. Can't remember what his name was that used to do them the rap bits, but I could have done it, couldn't I? The evidence was in me doing that. How are you? You're very welcome as usual. It is time for VanCam. So, pin back your ears and crack open the beers. Let's get straight into it, man. I'm going to look back at Middlesbrough. What's he going on about this for? It was last Sunday. Still got to cover it. I was happy. Of course I was happy. 3 goals away from home at a team fighting for their lives. Yeah, we conceded a goal, invited a bit of pressure on, but we got the job done. Now, after this match, people were out on social media. Some people are just never happy. There was even a tweet saying that the way that Mourinho played, Sir Matt Busby would have been turning in his grave, which I don't like people who bring up things like that anyway. But the whole point of this game, we've won 3-1. We had no Pogba, no Herrera, no Ibrahimovic, no Rooney, no Martial. Now 4 of them, with Rooney being the exception, for me are probably first team starters for Man United. So that's nearly half the team out, and we beat Middlesbrough 3-1. Job done. What would you prefer? Would you prefer us to have gone out all out attack and drawn or lost that game just because we had played attacking football? No, thank you. I was happy with that result. Really happy with it. And the fact that Fellaini scored, because it allows me to laugh as well as celebrate. And believe me, I do. Because when it went in, I'm like, Fellaini! And I cheer, obviously, like. But we've won. So why are these people, these knobheads, carrying on and trying to find some kind of negativity from a good result where we've got a lot of injuries and suspensions? We've won the game, we've done a job. That is it regarding the Middlesbrough game. Let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. Just get them cracked in there, yeah? Boom, shakalaka, yeah. Right, first of all, in the show, I'm going to bring a new debate in. Although we've caused a bit of debate there because you can give me your thoughts. I want to bring in the big VanCam debate. The big VanCam debate! Yeah, so the big VanCam debate this week is regarding Basti and Schweinsteiger, the old Deutschland Fußballmeister who has left Manchester United to join the MLS. And he's joining a team called the Chicago Ferrets. I think it is, yeah, the Chicago Ferrets. So I put a tweet out saying, you know, farewell Basti, the usual stuff. Because I'm a big fan of Basti and Schweinsteiger's. He's had a great career, and when he signed for United, I thought he would do really well. I've put the tweet out saying that in a world, the tweet might show up here, but briefly it was, you know, in a world where there's pampered Premier League millionaires and stuff, it was quite refreshing, and that Basti Schweinsteiger throughout his United career remained professional. Now, what was wrong with that? Because there was a lot of hate, a lot of people laughing, a lot of people saying the counter argument was that he's picked up 200 odd grand a week, he's been sat on his arse, he's not done anything. The other side of the argument is, and that these people that have hit back at this with me, do they really 100% believe that Basti Schweinsteiger has been happy to be humiliated at Man United? He had no locker at Carrington, or the Aon Complex, or whatever it's called, the training ground. He didn't even have a locker at the start of the year. He was training with the reserves. You know, Mourinho told him he's not part of his plans. It's humiliation. Now, whether it's wrong or right, and Mourinho didn't fancy him as a player, do you really think that Basti Schweinsteiger's been sat on the bench, sat in the crowd, whatever, watching matches thinking, I'm getting 200 odd grand for this week. Schweinsteiger, now don't get me wrong, I don't know him personally, but he doesn't strike me as a type of character that would be in football for the money. Louis van Gaal bought Schweinsteiger, and if Van Gaal was still around, he probably would be in the team. It's not Schweinsteiger's fault that Louis van Gaal got the sacked. It's Louis van Gaal's for being such a shit manager. A shit, negative manager. So, there's two sides to the argument. What do you think? I'll try and run the poll, but if not, get in the comments. Try and start it with VanCam debate and give me your thoughts. Was Schweinsteiger at United for the money? Has he taken United for a ride and just been there to take these millions of pounds that he's earned? Or was he a bit unfairly treated? Listen, Schweinsteiger never badmouthed United. Even when he left, he thanked the fans, the club. He said he was honoured to have played for United. He's never once come out and criticised any of the managers that he played under, like Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho. He's, like I say, he's not criticised anyone. And for me, that tweet that I put out was just saying, you know, not like thanks very much for what you've done for United, but, you know, thank you very much for being the ultimate professional. I'm sure any of them players that played with him will say the same. He was training with the reserves, and all of a sudden, you know, he states that he wants to get into Mourinho's plans. So he was motivated, he was training, got back in with the first team and that training. For me, what more else can you ask from a professional? For Christ's sake, Wayne Rooney handing in 2 transfer requests. Martial spat his dummy out when he got the number 9 shirt took him. There's loads of them that I could name them all day. These Premier League footballers. And Basti and Schweinsteiger, for me, farewell Basti. Honestly, thanks very much. Like I say, you didn't get much game time, but is that your fault? Let me know what you think in the comment section. That was the big VanCam debate this week. Yodeling. Yes, we're back. That was the big VanCam debate. Always looking for new ideas. That is it. Get your say, get in the comments, do all that shit, man, and let me know what you think. The polls should be running as well, so I'll be able to give an idea of what everybody's thinking on the old VanCam. Bit of Bowie in the background. What a day. Sun's out. Great crack. Next up, we're going to look at that lanky streak of piss called Marouane Fellaini. Anyone that's seen the show before will know it's now time for Fellaini Watch.
Fellaini Watch.
Marouane Fellaini. Yeah, Fellaini Watch. Here we go with the weekly segment where basically I troll through Bushyhead's Twitter, Instagram, try to dig some dirt. People are making it much easier for me because what they're doing, they're putting hashtag Fellaini Watch and they're sending me the information. Makes my job a lot easier. This week, where do we start? What's Bushyhead been at? What a week! We had the Rostov game where he brought the ball down on his chest and did some crazy ass skill where he took the ball past someone. Told you last week, the ball control he meant, but I still think that he miscontrolled the ball somehow. Then we move on to Boro at the weekend. On the Sunday, he's only gone and popped up with the first goal. Bit of a crossover, he's pointed where he wanted it. I can only think and assume that the ball's just hit that bushy head and gone in. Did he mean it? He probably did mean it. Maybe I'm being a bit critical and a bit harsh, but it is because I've got Fellaini-itis. I find it very, very difficult to praise the man because he is a useless piece of shit. Anyway, on that goal, what followed was something that I didn't even notice because I was celebrating the goal and laughing at the same time. Man United Herbert got in touch and tweeted me a picture at Herbert 154200758, and he said Bushhead has a handshake with Valencia. He has got everyone under his spell and copied me in. Now look at this shit. Rojo in the background looking sort of one of them smiles where he's like, what's going on between these two? Valencia's been sensational this season. Let's hope that Bushhead has not got him under that spell. But what is all this shit about, boys? Not sure what's going on there. Let's hope, like I say, he's not infecting the team and getting into the heads like he's one of the lads, you know, because he's not. He cannot play football. On that saying, or that, sorry, tweet, Desmond Rollings at Dero69, he copied in, well, got involved in that conversation, and he said, Kev, hypothetical question. If you was to meet the tree, Fellaini, what would your brotherly handshake look like? Had to think about it for a split second. I'm going in. Yes, Fellaini, the hand's going up because he's 7'6" or something. I'm going to pull him in towards me. That aggressive pulling him in. I'm going to headbutt him in the thigh because that's probably where he come up to on me. Hopefully the dead leg has set in. He's going to drop like a sack of shit, like a giraffe that's just been sniped in the wild. He's going to drop to the floor. This is when the manoeuvres do come in. I'm going in with the old speedball training. Wrap around that bushy head. Stunning him. Few windmills. I'm going to town on that big bushy head. The impact, because he can take it. I've got to get through the throw. Hopefully that does the job. What I'm then going to have to do is get on my toes. I'm going to have to run like Forrest Gump, because when Fellaini does finally get back to his feet, he will hunt me down. And no doubt he's gonna, you know, he's gonna elbow me to death. And I don't want that, because basically there would be no VanCam then. Another comment on this under the video on YouTube. Now, I think it would be pronounced Umi, because I think you drop the X, you know, like Xavi. You don't say Excave. So, Umi, yeah, he said Zidane has posters of Fellaini in his room. Yeah, and the Man Utd as well. Not sure it's the real one. If it is, it's great. But he said, prophecy says Fellaini inspired Fergie to go on and win the treble. That, my friends, is Fellaini Watch. Keep it up, everyone. The banter is unreal. Hate that word, banter. That's the end of it. Keep up the good work, lads. About lasses as well. Kids, the lot, yeah. Dogs, cats. Leave it. Yeah, we're back. That was Fellaini Watch. Hope you enjoyed it. International weekend this weekend. What's all that about? Is anyone asked about international football? It's not even the best class of football. Champions League football is miles better. Premier League football is probably well even better. In fact, it is. International football is dog shit, and I am not asked one bit about England. I have given you my thoughts on VanCam before, and it's mainly to do with the fact that most England fans are knobheads, and don't take offence if you do support England, but towards the end of the late 90s, United basically supplied, half the squad there in the England team, and England matches were just used for rival fans like your Chelsea, West Ham, you know, all these dickheads, just to come along, and it was a total ABU fest. Anyone but United, if anyone didn't know what that meant. But they would come along singing Stand Up If You Hate Man U, Gary Neville's a wanker, David Beckham was a wanker, Phil Neville, and the England team on a whole, they always try to use a United player as a scapegoat. You look back in the past, we've had Beckham, Rooney, even Phil Neville. You know, they always use the United players because they're easy targets, barring Phil Neville, obviously. They were all good players as well. Listen, like I say, don't like international football. I can't be doing with the politics of it all as well. I could never cheer Steven Gerrard scoring. I could never understand why Gerrard and Lampard played in the middle and Paul Scholes was thrown out on the left side of midfield. Can't understand why Michael Carrick never made it into the team. But that is England's loss. So you shower of wankers, you deal with it. Keep cheering England on, doing all that crap. They'll never win anything. Mark my words. Not in my lifetime. And I've got another 20 years or so to live. Next, the iPad is back out. I'm going to end the show with your comments. I am. Yep, your comments. I'm only going to do a few this week. It does take up a bit of the show, but I do appreciate everyone that comments, obviously. I do go through them all. First one, the headband was given away last week. It's been sealed in an envelope, and it's somebody's going to be the Karate Kid. It's Jack Mac 12, and he said, OMG, Kevin, I've won the headband. That's my stepdad who entered it. OMG, cannot believe I have the coolest headband in the world now. OMG, this guy loves his OMGs. Enjoy the headband, son, and just try not to use them karate skills on too many people. Keep it for the bedroom, training, all that kind of nonsense. Next up was JD on the YouTube as well, and he said, great channel, Kev. What do you think of the support at Old Trafford? It's absolute shite, mate. You could hear a pin drop. No vocal support or colours. Last 10 minutes of a game. Lot leave after they had been asleep for 80 minutes. I wouldn't say they're asleep, mate. What I will say is, going to Old Trafford over the last 20 years, I have noticed a huge difference, and it does come down to the influx of what I would call day trippers. Now, I'm not knocking it, but what I am saying is it is hugely affected Old Trafford. How can you get somebody who's visiting Old Trafford for the first time to be in a ground? They're not going to know the songs. They're not going to know what the crack is on an away game, where all the songs, you know, where they all rise from. They're not going to be able to get involved in a song. So in that sense, they're coming along. To be honest, a lot of people that come to Old Trafford as well don't even support United, believe it or not. You've got sections of the crowd that are just geared up for corporate entertainment. You've got clients, people that are just going along for a meal and that, and the match is just part of, you know, the entertainment, the day out. They're literally sat there, like Roy Keane said, prawn sandwich brigade, and they're not really interested in the match. They just go along. You've got your diehard United fans, Mancunians, whatever, your working class people who have been priced out of it. They cannot get to Old Trafford because of these knobheads, but that stems from the top. United, when they become a PLC, and all this crap that they brought in, this corporate entertainment, that is what's killing most clubs. I'm not just tarring United with that brush. Any of them top teams, Arsenal, I won't mention Liverpool, Chelsea, it's the same at all the grounds. It is the same, and fans are fed up with it. Until ticket prices are marked down, it will continue. And as long as Man United are running, they know that they can just take a season ticket off someone. They'll price them out of being able to afford it, and there's always somebody waiting to take a ticket because demand is there, and that's the scary thing about United. But the away sports mint, nothing better than being in the away section. They are what I would say the hardcore fans, and a lot of them don't bother to turn up to Old Trafford now. They would rather go to the away games. It's purely for that. The atmosphere is shit, mate. Great question though, that got me going. On transfer bollocks last week, Disco Dave dropped the exclusive that Alexis Sanchez could make the move to Manchester United. Matt Evans piped up and he said, there is no amount of money we could pay for Sanchez that wouldn't be worth seeing Arsenal fan TV implode. Yes, that's exactly what I said, sister. Imagine the meltdown. Whoo! Mark McLaughlin, he's a regular. He said, Kev, you must put an end to this Fellaini watch. It ruins the Friday night to be reminded of the bushy-haired bastard. I do hear you, mate, and I'm sorry I've ruined your Friday night again. Yes, here's a regular. Stuart Bowman! Bowman back in the house. Big up, man. He said, you read mine out, and now my family look at me with respect. The wife rang her friends up and told them, and my son told his friends. Now everybody treats me with respect. Thanks, Kev. Bowman, listen, mate, we're making dreams happen here on VanCam. We've give away the Sambas, the Karate Kid headband, and now you have earned respect from your family and friends. And that is the effect of VanCam. The last one I'm reading out, oh, for fuck's sake. I've not done my own work again. It's one of these names. They always slip through. Let's have a look at this one. Right. Ridwan Abu Bakr. Only gone and boxed that as well. He said, fuck's sake, Kev, when are you going to read my comments? If you don't read my comment after this, I'm going to call you Peter fucking Crouch forever. Apologies for the swearing there. But, Ridua Abu Bakr. Peter Crouch, Peter Crouch. You cheeky bastard! Ridwan Abu Bakr! You cheeky bastard! Cannot believe it. Peter Crouch, you know I don't like them lookalikes. I don't think I look like him. It gets me down. You basically are going to ruin my weekend. I thought we got away from the Peter Crouch lookalike thing, but you cheeky bastard, Ridwan Abu Bakr. I'm leaving the comments there. That is the end of your comments. That, my friends, is the end of the show. Believe it or not, I'm rocking 970 subscribers. So that means 30 subscribers. Good at the old maths, me. 30 subscribers would get me 1,000. It's gonna go off big time. The Fellaini wig's gonna go on. Disco ball, lights, party in the van. Yes. Listen, it could happen this weekend. It keeps building. I've told you all before, I don't have time to be sending links out and promoting VanCam. I leave it up to you lot. You tell your mates. You share the video. Drop a like on it now. Do you know why? Because the more likes the video gets, YouTube decides to put it ahead of videos that are much worse than mine, and that helps me. That's why people ask for likes, so that's why I'm asking for it now. If you enjoyed it, like it, comment on the video, because it does the exact same thing and it gets me to interact with you. Yeah, the subscribes are going up. Get subscribed. Every time a video is uploaded, you'll get a notification. VanCam, yeah, it's great, innit? What else did I have to say? Yeah, prizes are in the post to the people that won. Hopefully get some pictures through. You do get these people on these channels, you know, that say, when I hit 1 million subs, I'm going to give away a Ronaldo signed shirt and an iPad and a Mercedes CL whatever and a Range Rover. Yeah, bollocks. I am giving away high-end quality gear, and we will have the photos to prove it. The headband, the sambas. Yeah, the phone is ringing now. So, I'll let it ring for a sec. Enjoy the weekend. I can't do a Man United. Come on. Come on, Anthony. Crawler, lad. Saturday night, MEN.
It started with a kiss. Never thought it would come to this.